Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here in my kitchen for once again another recipe video. So the recipe video that we're going to do today, it is one of my favorite things, probably around the fall time because it is just so easy to make, it's healthy, and it just tastes delicious. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into our roasted roots recipe. So before we go ahead and get into the recipe, there's just a little backstory when it comes to the roasted roots, how I came upon these. So one day when I was at work, I was on my way from lunch to a local healthy, organic deli grocery store type of spot around the corner. So one day, one of my coworkers went with me and we had waited on the line for the deli where we get the pre-made lunches and they make sandwiches, smoothies. I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted because this was probably my first time here and I wasn't really familiar with what things tasted like or recommendations or anything like that. So the coworker that I went with, he got the roasted roots. So I was talking with him and he was like, yeah, you have to get them heated and with salt and pepper on top because they come, you know, pre-made, but it's in the refrigerator casing to load for each customer that had wanted it. And then by request, they will heat up the potatoes. So I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. So I asked exactly what my coworker had mentioned, and guys, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and just something about it just hints of like the sweet potato and the oniony flavor from the leeks and just everything incorporated into one is so delicious. So let me get into what roasted roots are. So it speaks for itself. They are roasted root vegetables. So that would include carrots, parsnips, potatoes, sweet potatoes. We also have leeks as well in this recipe. So you put these all together and then you get a bundle of roasted roots. Without further ado, let's go through what items are in this recipe. You are going to need leeks, carrots. I have a bag of mini potatoes, but you could do a regular russet potato. I just had these on hand and I'm trying to get rid of them. So the recipe required a rutabaga, but I looked online and these interchange with a turnip. It's a little different in flavor, however, they are similar in the same family, so I used this instead of a rutabaga. Parsnip, and finally, sweet potatoes. First thing you're gonna wanna do, guys, is let's get the oven preheated to 375, and I will be right with you. Now that the oven is preheated, we're gonna go ahead and cut up all the vegetables. So pretty much, in short, you're going to want to dice the vegetables, everything but the leek. You're gonna wanna create little medallions with it. You can use a kitchen scissor or you can use a knife to get it to that point. You're gonna wanna use both the green part as well as the white part to just mix in with each other. But like I said, everything is to be diced. Oh, the carrots and parsnips as well. You could just chop them, make little medallions of those as well. So with that being said, guys, let me go ahead and chop these and then we will be right back once everything is chopped in together. Guys, just a little sidebar here I forgot to mention. Since these are root vegetables, please make sure that you thoroughly clean them because there are still dirt and whatever else are on these. So just make sure that you deep clean them. And then sweet potatoes, I'm gonna peel. All the other root vegetables for the most part, I'm gonna leave as is, but just make sure that you wash them. And then once they're done and chopped, you could just throw them in. All right, guys, this is the final product. I probably at this point got carpal tunnel by chopping up the sweet potatoes and the turnip, and it was just a process. So that being said, now that we are here, this is what the product is supposed to look like. So the next step that we're going to do is that we are going to take our olive oil, and since it's a huge portion, you're going to want to at least get the chance to coat the veggies, and you're going to want to mix it up and make sure that all the veggies are covered with the olive oil. This is essential only because it prevents it from sticking to the bottom of the pan, as well as it gives it a better cook when you put it in. So that being said, next we are going to use some black pepper. It's a lot, guys, so make sure you put as much as you like to your liking. Make sure you get your kosher salt. This not only enhances the flavor, but it also exhumes the liquid from all the vegetables to get it a nice cook. Now you could salt it to your liking. Finally, we have some Italian seasoning in here. It has all the basics that you need: oregano, thyme, basil. We're just gonna shake it on top to your liking, no specific amount. All right, guys, I am going to mix this up and put this in the oven. So we're going to put this in the oven for about 15 to 25 minutes. And then once the 15 to 25 minutes pass, you're going to stir it. And then you're going to put it in for another 25 minutes or so. You want to make sure that the roots are all tender and cooked and not hard, essentially, not al dente. Guys, this is going to be great. And the roots aren't even cooking yet, and the heat from the oven is enhancing. I smell the leeks, and they're not even being cooked yet. So stay tuned, and I will show you the final product when it's out. Guys, the roots are out of the oven. I put them in for probably about, at this point, almost an hour. I checked it every 20 to 25 minutes just to make sure that the roots were getting softened and made sure that they were cooked. I stirred them around. This is the final outcome on it. All right, guys, the moment we've been waiting for. The roasted roots are out of the oven, and I served them on the plate. Look at this beauty. Guys, I am so excited to try this. I made sure to get a little bit of everything here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try this. Gotta get a little bit of turnip and carrot. Oh my god. Guys, this has a perfect balance of sweetness from the sweet potato. You get a little bitterness and kind of like a horseradishy flavor from the turnip, the sweetness of the carrot, and then you get that lovely light onion flavor from the leeks. Now, if it was one thing that I would change on this, is that I would probably end up using like some onion, because I felt like, in my opinion, this wasn't oniony enough. The leeks were nice, it was subtle, but I personally think that this could do with more onion. Now, with that being said, what you can do with this recipe, you can do many things. You can make this as a side, or you could do this in the morning. Say you could put it right next to your scrambled eggs, or however you like your eggs. I think that would be a great idea. If you do like a chicken roast or something, this will go very well. It's very versatile, and I think there's many different things that you can do with this. But with that being said, guys, this is the end of the video. I will post the recipe below in my description box. When you get a chance, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me for more content. All right, guys, thank you, take care, and have a great week. Bye.